Right, so today is a Monday, right? And behind me here I've got the Audi S3 in Sprint Blue looking absolutely wonderful. Tomorrow is a Tuesday, which is obvious, yeah? Most people are fully aware that Tuesday follows Monday, right? So when this video goes up, it will hopefully be on a Tuesday. And then this coming Friday, we're going to be announcing the winner of the Sprint Blue Audi S3 that's parked there behind me, which if you've not seen this car, and when the camera decides to focus, you'll see how wonderful it is. There it is. Beautiful car, beautiful car. Yeah, if you've not yet seen this car, basically you can enter for your chance to win this car for absolutely nothing, providing you're a subscriber of my channel, alright? Today's video is going to be the final drive of this car. We're going to do usual stuff, first drive stroke last drive, walk around it, show you what's been done to it, and then we're going to do draggy times near the end of this video, because this is actually a stage 2 tuned car. It's running 330 brake horsepower, it's got some lovely mods, do all that wonderful stuff, but let's just get on with the intro, yeah? So here it is then, 2007 Audi S3 8P that I bought about, I don't know, a couple of months back from an auction, unseen, silly calv, with a running issue, yeah? No, it's gone into limbo. It's just got no power at all, man. The running issue turned into an absolute headache, and my budget that I had in mind for this car, but let's just say I overspent by about £5,000 on this car. So it is now an absolutely lovely car. Obviously it is an 07 plate car, so it ain't absolutely perfect, like it's not brand new, but it is beautiful, man. Such a nice car, and whoever wins it's going to get a great thing, right? My reason for buying this car, I think that drew me to it the most, is the colour. It's Sprint Blue. Like, we've been wrapping a few cars on the channel lately. We've got the Tesla whiz in the background there. We've got the Audi A5 that we're giving away on Planet of Dreams, and we are wrapping another car currently, which I won't tell you about, but that's looking quite good as well. So, but with this car, I didn't want to wrap it. I wanted to keep that original colour because it's such an iconic colour in Audi S cars. Now, yeah, last month was an expensive month, because during that month as well, I did do my Golf R as well, which I probably overspent by about £10,000 on that car. I've got no idea what I'm going to do with that car. In fact, I need to do a first drive video in that car, because you lot ain't even seen that driving on my channel yet. I've been driving it for the last week or so, bedding it in. I've had my car show. I've had a crazy couple of weeks, last couple of weeks, but yeah, I'm going to be filming a first drive video on that this week, and also a first drive video on the Golf GTI with the Golf R engine. But yeah, the Golf R, got no idea what I'm going to do with it. Me and Will was talking the other day, maybe it might end up on Planet of Dreams one day.
It would be really cool to give it away on Planet of Dreams. I don't know how you're going to do it financially.
Yeah, well, time will tell, man.
Or you might have to just sell it.
We might have to just sell it. But the way I'm going at the minute, I think Calvin's going to end up on the bankruptcy list, because yeah, I'm just overspending everywhere. It's just ridiculous. But anyway, Audi S3, what have we had done to it? Yeah, we've had the wheels refurb, we've had brand new Yokohama tyres put on it as well, so a full set of brand new tyres. Big shout out to RRT UK for sorting out the wheel refurbs. They do a wonderful job, fully refurbed, balanced, checked, all the dents and whatever else going on. All of the bad stuff has been ironed out, and now they're super fresh. We've got gel plates there, obviously by Your Car Edge. Big shout out to Your Car Edge. Super fresh set of plates, just finishes the car off nicely. The car does need a polish, so it ain't completely finished yet, yeah? There is a couple of things that I would still like to do if this was like my own car and I had any more money left to spend on it. There's a couple of things I would like to do. I'm going to try and get this re-vinyled this week by Alex at A to Z, who's of course in the corner of the yard there next to Binker. Try and get that done, and I just need to get, the whole car needs a polish. It's like it's been sat under a tree or something. Do you know what? I actually had, on that note, I had a detailer reach out. I get lots of detailers reach out, but one message in particular on Instagram really stood out, and I've lost the message. And his message it's quite a long message, about this long on phone sort of standards. He reached out and said, Calvin, I will detail a car for you. I don't want nothing in return. Don't even care about being on your channel. I just want to detail a car. So if you are that person, please send me another message, because I need this car fully detailed before Friday. Before Friday, that's the other challenge that you're going to have in your hand. So this car is a stage 2 car. It's got racing line intake. It's got a racing line suspension. It's got racing line, I think there's space as well. I'm pretty sure they would buy racing line as well. Either way, big shout out to Racing Line. So the car is sitting nice. It's looking chunky because of the wheel spacers. It's just visually a lot better than it was when we first bought it. It's also got a Miltech exhaust, racing line intake. Do you know what? Let's get under the bonnet. Let's quickly get under the bonnet. Steering wheel, bloody hell, look at that steering wheel. Look at that steering wheel. Control custom steering wheels. We've gone for the blue line at 12 o'clock with a blue stitching. It is a manual gearbox car as well, which is wonderful, with a quattro gearbox. Let me just let this fella get out. Get that cone out the way for you, sir. There you go. But anyway, yeah, something else just caught my eye whilst I was admiring the wheel spaces just tucked behind the wheel there. Look at them lovely wheel spaces. We've done rear brakes on this car as well, because it apparently had the wrong brakes. Big shout out to VRS Performance in Northampton. As always, they are absolutely brilliant guys up at VRS. Will, the main man, you lot love him. I love him. He's a great guy and he's a wonderful mechanic, especially on these types of cars. This is him all over. VAG Group cars, he just knows his stuff with these types of cars. So pop the bonnet there, under the bonnet. Look at that engine bay. Like this, I don't know if the camera is even going to ever possibly do this car justice under the bonnet, but trust me, it is stunning. This is an 07 plate car for the 4th time I've probably said that in this video, and under that bonnet it looks like it's a few years old only. So super fresh. There's that Racing Line intake from Racing Line with a couple of little silicone elbows. Are they elbows? I suppose so. That's probably what they're called. Technical term. New dipstick, all the usual stuff that VRS like to do, and we've even done a head gasket, a timing belt, timing chain, and new camshafts as well. Like, we've had, this engine has had so much work done to it, which I didn't account for. I definitely didn't account for, but at least we can say this car is mechanically like super good. So we've also had a new battery on it, and that cover on that battery is actually off a Mark 7 Golf R. So in fact, I think the battery, the battery is actually off a Mark 7 Golf R as well, right? So yeah, it's looking good, mechanically sound. There's a couple of things that I would personally want to do to it. I'm going to try and get this dent removed. That's been annoying me. I just haven't had the time, but we're going to try and get a couple more bits done on it this week. But I can tell you that mechanically, this car, yeah, it's had an absolute fortune spent on it. So I have just had the 4-wheel alignment done as well. So I've not driven it since the 4-wheel alignment's been done. So what we're going to do now, guys, throw a camera up in the window, start it up, because I want to show you what it sounds like. It sounds incredible, man. It pops and bangs and everything. It sounds wicked. And then we'll hit the road, go for a little drive and do draggy times in it. But I am going to be gentle because there's a lot of power going through that manual gearbox, and I do not want to damage the clutch. So we're going to do sensible 20 to 70 mile an hour draggy times, all right? Let's jump in the driver's seat, get a camera in the window and hit the road. That is it, guys. So 2007 Audi S3 in sprint blue, 330 brake horsepower with a Miltech exhaust and a Racing Line air intake. Get that turned off because you do not get any copyrights on this video. It's done 125,000 miles, but the reason why I re-highlight all of the mods there is because I want to show you what this thing sounds like. Let's start it up and give it a little rev. Doesn't that sound good? So I am impressed with, one, how it looks, two, how it drives, because I've driven it briefly back from VRS but carefully, and three, the sound. Like, that just sounds wicked. I've been there myself where I really want one of these cars. Like, at one point in my life, this was my personal favorite car. I remember when these cars come out, man, they were such a modern car for their time. This car, this colour with this spec with the sat nav as well, same sat nav as in an Audi R8, man. That's a pretty cool claim to fame. They're a wicked thing, and this one has turned out to be quite a nice car. So if you are really wanting it, I understand that desire for wanting one of these cars, because I agree, they're bloody cool. Full leather, nice steering wheel, flat bottom as well, and quattro system 4-wheel drive. So we've had the heater thing replaced as well, because that screen was cracked. Quite a common thing I've seen on these cars. What else have we had done? New floor mats, and we've got a new boot mat there as well, which I have not yet put in because I've just been rushing around doing everything else the last few days. But yeah, let's hit the road, see what it drives like. I've got the draggy box here as well, and we will do draggy times as well, all right? How good does that sound? Like, we've had a lot of cars with this engine on the channel, right? I say this engine, like the Audi VW 2-litre TFSI engine. I'm sure I've never had one with intake sound as good as that. Listen to that. When you let off. Ooh. most addictive sound. Like if I had a car that sounds like, my Golf R does do it, but it just doesn't do it as good. But if I had a car that does that, I'd be doing that all day long. It just sounds so good, man. So yeah, driving wise, you can see it's driving really well. I haven't really shown you performance wise. We've got a bit of V-power in here. I did top it up yesterday, guys, so don't worry, we'll come with a bit of fuel as well. If you've not entered, by the way, I'm curious to know why you haven't entered, because it's completely free to enter. We've given away, I think, 11 cars or 12 cars in total so far, and ironically all of the winners have been won, all of the cars have been won by people that won them for free. Although the majority of the winners have been, prizes have been won by dream catchers, the cars just seem to be attracting free winners. So it'd be interesting to see if someone wins this car for free or a dream catcher. We'll find out on Friday, won't we? But yeah, if you're not entered, if you don't want it, I mean, that's what I was gonna say. If you don't want it, I'll buy it back off you. I will happily buy this off you and resell it myself as a bit of stock of bingo, because it's a wicked car, man. So even if you want a bit of free cash, just enter, man. Link is in the description below. planetofdreams.co.uk. Sounds wicked, man. Let's get some more pops on the go. I'm sure, like, again, I'm sure I've never had one of these engines pop like that. Like, it ain't too erratic, it ain't embarrassing, like, it ain't gonna, it will annoy neighbours, but not too much. It's just subtle, the odd little pop here and there. The car's warm, I suppose, so it's probably doing it a little bit more than usual. But yeah, man, it's sounding good. So I think what we need to do now, because we've got a taxi in front of us, is it a taxi or is it a camper? I'm not too sure what it is. They're chilling though, I can tell you that. They're not in a rush. The brake pedal is on now. Oh, there's a car coming the other way, but they're just chilling. It's a Peugeot expert, all right? But anyway, yeah, I think what we'll do is we'll end this section of the video and get to the draggy time section of the video and see how quickly it does 20 to 70 mile an hour. Carefully, yeah, because these clutches, when they're on a tuned car, they ain't very good for it, all right? So we have tuned the car and it is running at a nice level of power, but if it was my own car, I would personally put a performance clutch in it. But for me to just give this car away, I can't afford to, all right? Please appreciate that. It's just not possible. So, gonna take it easy. Clutch is good at the minute, and we want it to stay good, all right? Let's do draggy times. Right, ready? 3, 2, 1, come on. Quattro forward drive, straight off the mark. Engage that gear sensibly, Cal. There we go, all the way. Very smooth, very solid, great time as well. 20 to 70 mile an hour in 7.08 seconds. That was like carefully undertaken. Is that the word I'm looking for? Carefully undertaken. You know what I mean. Carefully done. Done a great time. I'll do 2 more runs just see if we can beat 7.08. Yeah. 3, 2, 1. Come on, car. That was like a launch. Yeah. What about being easy on the clutch, Cal? The competitive side of me is kicking in now. Right. At least it shows the clutch is solid anyway. Just Will was warning me, Calvin, please take that car carefully, take it easy, you know, so we don't want to break it. Run number 2, 6.79 seconds. I will do another one, see if I can beat it, but I think with, I don't know, man. Should we leave it as that? Nah, let's just leave it at that. 6.79 seconds. I'll pull over and see how it compares to the other cars on the drag leaderboard now. Do you know what? Change of plan. Let's do one more run. Ready? 3, 2, 1. Come on. That was definitely a faster run. Boosting nice, pulling strong, but the final time that I done was 20 to 70 mile an hour in was 6.47 seconds, so I did manage to shave a little bit more time off, and that puts it right next to the Tesla Model S, which I think equates to about 380 horsepower. So in comparison to that, it's pretty good. I know full well I could push it even further and push it harder and get it to do it quicker than that, but I don't know, I don't want to get carried away, man. I do not want to get carried away because I've spent so much money on this car. I don't want to break it before we give it away. I want it looking good. I want it looking good, mechanically good, ready to give away on Friday, alright? So yeah, I'm really pleased with the first stroke last drive, because this is actually like the first time I've had this car driving on the channel, because when I bought it, it did work, but not very well. So yeah, it's driving amazing, man. Like, what a cool car. And I am excited about meeting the person who wins it on Friday. So again, I'm going to run, if you've not entered, little pop there, keep doing the window up. if you've not entered for your chance to win this car for nothing, hit the link below, planetdreams.co.uk. Also, I want to say a big shout out to all of the companies that got involved with making this car what it is today. It's a great help. If there are any other companies out there that can offer any kind of input with these cars, it would be massively appreciated. But Control Custom Steering Wheel sorted out the steering wheel. VRS, of course, done all of that wonderful mechanical works. And RRT UK done the wheels. Who else have we got? Your Car Edge supplied us a set of number plates as well, right? So little things, all the little, don't matter if it's big or small, it all bloody helps. And yeah, like I say, I do want to try and give it a good old clean up before Friday, all right? So I'm gonna wrap it up, leave it at that. Something else I mentioned earlier is I want to try and film the first drive of the Golf R and the Golf GTI R, if that's what you want to call it, this week. So I'll get them up next week, all right? But for now, guys, I'm gonna get a video up on Thursday as well. On the usual CCD car trade video going up on Thursday, and then I'll see you lot live on the Planet Dreams Instagram and on my TikTok this coming Friday at midday to announce the winner of the Audi S3, alright? So good luck everyone, see you then.